He followed his girlfriend home to meet her parents, though he felt a bit nervous. After receiving a warm welcome from her parents, Jack's tense heart relaxed. They not only introduced the family members, but also invited Jack to a family gathering the next day. Just then, the maid, who was pouring water, suddenly froze in place until the tea overflowed, waking her up. Her girlfriend's family didn't scold her, even telling her to go back and rest, but their meaningful looks made Jack feel something was off. That night he lay in bed, tossing and turning, so he decided to get up and step outside for some fresh air. But as soon as he stepped out, the gardener suddenly ran at him like a madman. Startled, Jack hurriedly turned and dodged, only to find the maid standing at the window staring at him intently. Jack suddenly felt uneasy, and with no desire for fresh air, he returned to his room. The next day the gathering started, and Jack was surprisingly welcomed. The guests seemed to know all about Jack's situation, with some even reaching out to touch him. The strange atmosphere made Jack feel suffocated, and he quickly found an excuse to leave. He didn't notice that as he went upstairs, all the guests suddenly went quiet, their eyes fixed on where he had just been. Not wanting to interact with anyone, Jack walked around taking photos to pass the time. Just as the flash went off, a man suddenly froze and shouted, charging at him. Luckily, others quickly pulled the man away. Her girlfriend's father explained the man had epilepsy and told Jack not to mind it. But Jack couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. Back in his room, he sent the man's photo to his police friend. Meanwhile, in a hidden corner of the estate, a silent auction had quietly begun. The wealthy guests eagerly raised their bidding cards, but the auction was not for jewels. It was for a portrait of Jack. After some bidding, a blind wealthy man successfully acquired the painting. Jack, unaware, was still in his room. At that moment, his friend called Jack, informing him that the man was one of their missing friends from 6 months ago. Jack's heart sank. He realized he had stepped right into a trap. He quickly began packing his things, planning to escape. But while packing, he accidentally found a small box in the closet, filled with intimate photos of his girlfriend with different people. What was chilling was that there were also photos of the gardener and maid. The two in the photos looked completely different from their real-life counterparts. Panicked, Jack quickly closed the small door, only to look up and find his girlfriend had been waiting for him. He forced himself to stay calm and tried to get her to leave, but as he was heading downstairs, her brother blocked his way. Seeing that things were unraveling, his girlfriend completely dropped her disguise. Jack, trapped between the two, had no choice but to fight his way out. Just as he struggled with her brother, a sound of a cup being tapped rang out. Jack instantly collapsed to the ground. It turned out he had been unknowingly hypnotized. When he woke up, Jack found himself tied to a couch in the basement. A video on the TV revealed the truth. His girlfriend's grandfather had invented brain transplant surgery, which could transfer the consciousness of the rich into another's body. The original owner could retain some awareness, but they would be unable to control their own body, merely watching as spectators. Realizing his impending fate, fear flooded over Jack like a tidal wave. At that moment, he suddenly glanced at the cotton he had grabbed in his hand. A bold idea popped into his mind. This seemingly warm family gathering was actually a slaughterhouse for consciousness, sewn together with warmth, and this unremarkable cotton would be his only way to expose the entire scheme.